Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Like a Hero, and today we're going to go over a quick video on the naming of gear, what that means to you, and things to look out for. Let's say you're looking for gear in the trading post, or you get a drop, and you're wondering why certain things have certain namings of gear have certain stats. That's because there's actually a system that New World follows when it comes to attributes on gear based on the names. So a good example of this is if we're going into head armor and you're going through and you're looking at these different names: ancient helm of the cavalier, ancient leather hat of the fighter. So you're going in, and let's say you want to look for specific things that match whatever stats you're looking for. So this is helpful for this part as well. Also, when you're out there and you're crafting, you see drops right away because of the name, you're going to know exactly. It's going to really clear up some things. Before we get into the video, as always, guys, make sure to like the video if you like this, if you found it helpful. Make sure to share the video as well. Make sure to check out my channel over on Twitch TV/LikeAHero. I stream Monday through Friday there in the evenings. I stream about 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and go all the way late into the evenings. Thank you guys so much. So let's get into that video. Now, as I was saying, the naming of gear is actually, there's a system for it. You may have noticed that there are some pieces of gear that roll with 2 primary stats. So this, for example, the imbued marauder commander laggards of the Barbarian have 12 strength and constitution. You might have intelligence and constitution. You have different things. So this is all tied to a system, and we're going to go over that. I'd also like to give credit first and foremost to Nova Plane for configuring this thing. This is actually a very nice visual representation. This was found on New World Game subreddit. Now, you could see your main stats on the left side over here. We have our main stats. So whether that's strength, dexterity, intelligence, focus, or constitution. This is important because if you're looking for whatever main stat, that's going to alter the name. So we're going to move this from left to right. So if our main stat that we're looking for is strength and our secondary stat is constitution, like the what I just showed, let me see if I could go back over. We're looking at these imbued marauder laggards again. They're of the Barbarian. What that means is that Barbarian, whenever you see that name, that means the gear piece is going to have a primary stat of strength and a secondary stat of constitution. So again, when our primary main stat is strength and our secondary is constitution, we're going to have the name of the Barbarian on there, on that gear itself. So if we follow this chart, and I will include a link here in the description if you want to look at this more often, you could always just pause it here, but I guess to have it is also very important. Make sure to check out our Discord. It's in the description as well. You can join in there. We have a New World section in there where we can discuss that as well if you have any other questions. So knowing what your main set is that you're looking for is going to determine what the name of the gear that you're going to be hunting for. Now, let's say you don't want a secondary stat. Let's say you're looking for just a 1 stat gear. So whether you just want it to have dexterity and you don't want it to have anything else. What that means is you're going to be looking for gear that is named. So if we're going to here, we follow the same system, dexterity, and then dexterity as, which basically, it doesn't mean that we're going to have 2 different rolls of dexterity. What it means is just we're going to have 1 roll that is dexterity. And usually this is like 25, 22, whatever of that, right? So when you have just 1 primary main stat that you're looking for, it's going to be a higher than splitting it between a primary and a secondary stat. Now, if we're doing that, if we're looking for dexterity and dexterity, okay, that gear is going to be called ranger gear. So it's going to say blah, blah, blah of the ranger. Now, if we're looking for a dexterity stat, but with also an intelligence stat, then we're going to be looking for gear of the assassin. This naming system is very useful in the trading post. I do think like the trading post does need some updates that would help this, right? If you could search for those things specifically, but knowing the names of the gear, then that's going to actually help you find exactly what it is what you're looking for. Also, when it comes to selling gear, this might help you as well. If you're putting Trickster down, let's say you have a intelligence, intelligence. So let's go, let's mark this. We have an intelligence, intelligence. That means we have one primary role there, and that is intelligent. Let's say roll 25 intelligent, and it's going to say the scholar. So it would say parents of the scholar. And then we're going to know that that is an intelligence piece with one primary stat. So when you go in the trading post, let me find it right here. The battle mage is something that rolls with intelligence and strength. So that's, it's just something to help you understand what the gear is, what the names mean. There is a pattern to that, even though the game doesn't really do a great job of explaining that off the bat. And that will help you in the auction house and the trading post, because you'll be able to know, well, how many barbarian pieces are there, how many scholarly pieces are there, and then you could price accordingly to that. So I hope you found this video helpful, guys. Again, this will be in the description. I'll even pin it at the top comment. Make sure to like the video if you like it, if you found it helpful. Catch my streams again over on Twitch TV/SikeHero. Thank you guys so much, and I will catch you guys later.